always feel like such an idiot when I film a thumbnail. You're like, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bethy and I am a musician and I make music content, and I'd love if you subscribe down below. I've got a lot of exciting videos coming up and some travel vlogs and stuff like that. But for today's video, we are doing another record collection. You guys really like my record collections, and I don't blame you. I love watching record collections. Since our last video, I have gotten a lot of records since then. So we're gonna go through them because my goal is to keep you as up to date as possible. Let's go ahead and jump into them. If you have not listened to them, I recommend. They are a fun pop, kind of like hip hop band, but their voices are so beautiful. I love Into It. I love Swim, and I love 23. 23 was the first song of theirs I discovered. We have the record for the Timothée Chalamet Bob Dylan biopic that came out last year. This is A Complete Unknown. This is such a pretty record, and I do love Bob Dylan. I've seen him in concert. I am a huge Timmy girl if you didn't know that. So I was like, ooh, love Bob Dylan, but to hear Timmy sing the songs. Next, I have the record of the band Kingfishr. This is their new album that is coming out soon. They are so amazing. I really highly recommend this band if you love the Lumineers, if you love Mumford & Sons. They are a band from Ireland, have just such a beautiful acoustic folk vibe. I really love them. My favorite songs on this record are Diamonds and Roses. I'm obsessed with that song. Really, I highly recommend. And Killa, that's such a good song. Record of the band Quarters of Change. Super cool cover. Another unopened Joni Mitchell. If you guys didn't know, you can see yourself a little bit. Also, I love to tap. You'll notice. I do love the Smiths. This is Meat is Murder. Someone did give this to me because I definitely would have gotten a different Smiths album if I were to choose. Next we have, so in terms of Harry, I've only ever shown you Harry's House. So you know, of course, we have Debut. Obviously life-changing for me as a human. In terms of favorite songs, Kiwi. I mean, Kiwi's one of my favorite songs of all time, but I absolutely love Sweet Creature too. I remember when Sweet Creature and came out. This came out my freshman year of high school. I remember getting in trouble actually because I wasn't paying attention to the class. I remember the specific class too, and I was only listening to that, and my headphones actually accidentally detached from my iPad or whatever device I had, and Sweet Creature started playing out loud to the whole class, and I got in trouble for not paying attention. But what a record, what an album cover, what a man. Next, I have the soundtrack to the movie Dazed and Confused. I got one of these for my dad as well. Another Stevie Nicks. I have a lot of Stevie Nicks records, which we love. This is Street Angel. The amazing Gracie Abrams. This is The Secret of Us. I really want to get Good Riddance. And Minor. I want all of them. I've listened to her since her debut. This is a perfect record. I Love You, I'm Sorry. That's one of my favorite songs ever. I love Let It Happen. I love Blowing Smoke. I love Packing It Up. I love Close to You. I love Cool. Run Your Hands Through Your Hair. Phony Superstar. Now, Katy Perry is one of my favorites. If you guys know, I just saw her in concert and it was amazing. And then I saw a few concerts after mine. She had a malfunction with her Flying Butterfly, and that really scared me. My favorite Katy Perry album. This was a huge album for me when this came out. What was I, in junior high or whatever? I remember listening to this every day. I love By the Grace of God. That's actually my favorite Katy Perry song. I love Double Rainbow, and I love Love Me. That was my anthem. Loved the creative of this album. I remember being like, this is so me. A pop masterpiece. I mean, I love the creative of this. Ready? Oh, yes. Perfect music. Hit after hit after hit. Same as Prism. I love Not Like the Movies. That's one of my favorite songs ever. And she did sing that when I saw her in concert, which was insane. Love E.T., obviously the one that got away. Firework in concert made me just viscerally sob. I mean, Teenage Dream, California Girls, Peacock. Christina Perri, Love Strong. This is such a special record to me. 1,000 Years was the first song that I learned really how to play on the guitar, and 1,000 Years was one of the earliest songs I ever sang in my recitals. I used to sing 1,000 Years at every single one of my singing recitals as a kid, and it kind of became known as my song, and still to this day, every time I perform 1,000 Years. I know this record doesn't have 1,000 Years, but another one that I performed live all the time was Jar of Hearts, and that's on here. I've just always felt very vocally connected to her and look up to her, and it's my life dream to be able to meet her and let her know what her songs have done for my life, because whenever anyone hears 1,000 Years, they think of me, and I think that's like the most special gift. Next, we've got Willow Avalon. I highly recommend checking her out. This is actually her real mugshot, which is crazy. This is Southern Belle, Raised in Hell. I love the song Baby Blue on here. Kind of like a Dolly Parton country, really fashion forward queen. If you guys saw the viral TikTok of the girl who showed her apartment in New York and she had a possum and she dressed it up with different like outfits, that's her. Alex Warren's album, You'll Be Alright Kid. I saw him live and it was like amazing. I've actually met him and he's very sweet. I have not listened to this yet all the way through, but I love Catch My Breath, Carry You Home. And I'm gonna be basic and say Ordinary. Catch My Breath, love. There's a Lana shout out in there. The Queen, we've got Marina. She's in here twice. This is the Family Jewels. Another monumentally perfect album for pop music. This is her first ever record. Huge for me when I was a little girl. You guys already know how I feel about Lorde. If you want to check out my Virgin David cover, it's my most recent video. Melodrama, I think one of the top 5 best albums to ever exist. Every single song is like Grammy Award winning song of the year. Do you know how rare that is to make an album so perfect? Anyways, I've already talked about this so much. My favorite on here is Liability by far. Solar Power. I remember when this cover came out, I was like, whoa. Love the creative of this album. I do love Solar Power. I love Stoned at the Nail Salon. I love Secrets from a Girl. I love that song. I love The Path, California, The Man with the Axe, Dominoes, Big Star. Those are my shout outs. Big Star makes me like genuinely cry every time I hear it. I've challenged myself before. I'll be in the car and I go, listen to Big Star and don't cry. Have never been able to do it, especially when I found out the meaning of Big Star. HAIM's album, Women in Music Part 3. I don't have the new one yet. This album was so huge for me. I've also been to this deli that they're in. It's an iconic deli in LA. In the concert, it was a fantastic show. They're incredible singers, musicians. I love Lana. She's my favorite. I gravitate towards her the most. I think she has the best voice. She's so unique. There's something about her I'm so obsessed with. I love the name Esty so much actually that I added it to my like list of future names if I have a kid. Gasoline. I Know Alone. I Know Alone is my favorite on here. Los Angeles, The Steps, Man from the Magazine. Obviously Summer Girl, Now I'm In It. Hallelujah, that's a beautiful song. First we've got just the best of all time. This is Made in the AM. I would give my kidneys, genuinely, to get Up All Night, Take Me Home, and Midnight Memories on vinyl. It does not exist, and there's nothing I want more in the world. I mean, it did exist at a time, but you get it. Infinity was always huge for me. I love End of the Day. If I Could Fly, that was one of the OG songs I learned on guitar in my lessons. What a Feeling, and I Want to Write You a Song. Love What a Feeling, oh my God. Or, of course, I was always so obsessed with the creative of this, especially the pool photo shoot. And the photo of them when they're in the studio and they're sitting and they're all looking up. I love that photo too. I always was a Steal My Girl girl. I loved that song because I always was that girl that was like, it's about me. And Steal My Girl was actually about their fans. So I used to be like, guys. Fool's Gold. Fool's Gold is probably my favorite on here. Night Changes and Fireproof. Oh, and Stockholm Syndrome. Ooh, those are my honorable mentions. My favorite Harry album, Fine Line. And my favorite song on Fine Line is Fine Line. Lights Up, Golden, Falling, Cherry, Sunflower, and Canyon Moon. Next, we have every 21 Pilots album, so we're gonna go through these. We've got Trench, Morph, My Blood, Chlorine. Okay, Chlorine was huge for me. Nico and the Niners. Also, Leave the City is a beautiful song. I don't have Skilled and Icy on here yet because it's just not my favorite of theirs. Although Mulberry Street is a beautiful song. Next, we have Clancy, which they came back at it. This is such a good album. My favorite on here is Routines in the Night by far, but I also love Oldie Station is my other favorite, and Midwest Indigo. And we have one of the most monumental albums for pretty much anyone ever. If you were in at all the pop scene, the lyrical masterpiece pop scene, this is Blurry Face, the album that did it all for me. So my favorite song of Blurry Face is The Judge. That's one of my favorite songs ever. My mom knows this whole album word for word because I would literally play it ad nauseum. Love Lane Boy, Fairly Local, Doubt. I've been an OG Doubt obsessive person. Message Man, Hometown. Oh my, every single song. I did put this in wrong in the front, so it's not supposed to look like this. Vessel, which is such a good album. I love this cover. And Car Radio is my favorite. I don't care if that's a basic answer. That's one of my favorite songs, like actually ever. My favorite 21 Pilots song. I also love Trees. I love the Run and Go, Migraine. House of Gold will always be very special to me because I did a duet to that with my really close friend in high school. This I got at Amoeba Records. It was $3. It's like a vintage Sleeping Beauty record. I love Sleeping Beauty. One of the pages is ripped, but it came with like a storybook. The Queen's new album. This is Virgin. It does have the picture in it. Yes, that is true. Like, this was the best thing that happened to me all year. Love this, and I am counting down the literal days to seeing her in concert. My favorite song on here is If She Could See Me Now, Broken Glass, David are my top, and Shapeshifter. This is How I'm Feeling Now, which this is actually my favorite Charlie album, and I love this cover, my favorite cover. But I love Claws, I love Forever, obviously Party For You, and I love Anthems. Just very like raw, so good. She's amazing. Queen Chapel. This is the Rise and Fall Midwest Princess. Now, I will say this is one of my favorite album covers I've ever seen. They're creative. I'm a maximalist, so like this just makes me so, like this would be my album cover. Like I love this so much. Don't give myself credit for a lot, but I will give myself credit for I was one of the OG discoverers of Chapel. I've been listening to Chapel for years before this album came out. Before she blew up. I'm sorry. Like some people can claim this about Billie or other people. I'm claiming this about Chapel, okay? I discovered her. I played Pink Pony Club is old. That song's been out for a long time. So I remember when Pink Pony Club came out, I was listening to that song literally 5 years ago, and I remember playing it for my friends like, this girl is incredible. And we would drive around my college campus my freshman year and blast her songs. Just blast them, sing them till our heart's content. And like 2 years later, whatever, bang, she blew up. So I think she has the best vocals of any of the pop girls right now. And I just think her creative vision is so amazing. My favorite song on here, this is kind of diabolical, but I am gonna say Casual, Red Wine Supernova, After Midnight. I love Naked in Manhattan. Every single song in here is so good. MTV Unplugged, iconic album. This is for when I wanna cry and think about Kurt Cobain. Talk about a record. This is Norman effing Rockwell by Lana. My goal is to own Lana's entire discography. Right now, I have all of them except for Chemtrails, Honeymoon, and Ocean Boulevard. This and Melodrama were probably my biggest albums of high school. I covered so many songs on this on my channel. My Venice Bitch cover is actually the cover I'm most proud of on my entire channel. I'm gonna say Norman effing Rockwell, Apartment Complex, Venice Bitch, love that song. Cinnamon Girl, I love The Greatest, and Hope is a Dangerous Thing for a woman like me to have. But I mean, she's a poet. She's a poet. Well, she is a poet. I have her poetry book. Lana, we have Lust for Life. Now, I am like probably the biggest Lust for Life stan. I'm learning from a lot of my Lana stans that I ride for this album. This is my favorite creative because like this is me. I love this, like the flowers in the hair, and it's my favorite album cover of her. My screensaver in high school for like 4 years was the picture of her in The Weeknd dancing on the Hollywood sign. Look at the inside. Are you ready to cry? Like, oh, she's perfect. Love, the song Love. I love Lust for Life. Cherry obviously destroys me. Listen to that every day, and I do the dance in the car. White Mustang. I love Groupie Love. I love Coachella, What's Stuck in My Mind. I taught a tutorial to that. And I love Get Free. We only have 4 more, guys. I love this album so much. I think this is like one of the best pieces of like historical music that we'll ever have for the history of the world. I'm gonna say Ultraviolence, Shades of Cool, Brooklyn Baby, West Coast, Sad Girl, Pretty When You Cry, and The Other Woman are gonna be like my main shout outs. I fear this made me who I am. I fear I'd be a different person if I hadn't heard that in middle school. If you have somehow not checked out this band, they are my like favorite band, one of my favorite bands. I've loved them forever. I've actually met them. They're so sweet. This is one of my most prized possession records because this is their EPs, 2 of their EPs together in one vinyl. It's called Lunar Vacation, the EPs, and they're 2 EPs that were like huge for me and very special to me. Were Swell and Artificial Flavors. So they kind of put both the covers together in this new art, and here's the back. Like every single song on here is one of my favorite songs. I love the, like, I've covered them on my channel and I've had people say like, you're the only one that's covered it. I love this band. Every single song in here I can shout out right now. Blue Honey, Swimming, Sleepy Couch, Swell. The song Swell is my favorite song. Daytime, Slow Down. The Basement. These songs were like my best friends when I was like in early high school, so really excited to own that. We're gonna do Stranger Things. Stranger in the Alps by Miss Phoebe Bridgers. I have Punisher, I showed that one as well. Phoebe's one of my top faves. Out, Smoke Signals, Motion Sickness Funeral, Scott Street, Would You Rather, Georgia. But really all of them, but those are gonna be, I'm trying to give you the shout outs. And I did a video called my top 10 favorite albums of all time, and both of these were in there, so I won't go too in depth, but this is Blue Neighborhood. I finally own it. I was like, how could I not own like this is my third favorite album ever made, and I was like, I need to own it. Also, The Creative is my favorite. I have a big poster of this in my room too. I have a signed poster of when I went to the tour when I was in 8th grade. I'm a huge Troye Sivan fan. I want to get all of his albums, so that's in the works. Every single song on here is my favorite, so I can't name, but if I absolutely had to do a first round of naming, I would say Wild, Fools, Ease, DKLA, For Him, and Suburbia. But listen to this album every day. We also have Electro Heart by Marina. I finally own this too, guys. I looked for this everywhere, and this is so beautiful. There's just something so special about this time. I didn't do my first round of shout outs. I'm gonna do Prima Donna, oh my god, they're all so good. Lies, Starring Role, The State of Dreaming, Sex Yeah, Teen Idol, Valley of the Dolls, and Fear and Loathing. I know that's crazy. The new record for me, because I have listened to it, is just not like doing for me what I wish it was, and the last record didn't do that either. I think she's amazing though. She's amazing live. She has one of the best voices ever. I almost forgot to show this because I got this literally yesterday. This is Ethel Cain's brand new album, Willoughby Tucker, I'll Always Love You. Wow, this is amazing. I love it. I love her. I've loved her also for a while. I really want Preacher's Daughter so badly on vinyl. I don't know if Inbred is on vinyl, but I love that record too. I've only listened to this like twice so far, so I need more in depth. But F Me Eyes, that was an immediate like song of the year to a good time. But that is all my brand new albums. Comment down below anything that you would like to see on my channel. Please share this video with a friend and follow me on my socials. I have them all down below, especially if you like hauls. I do a lot of them on TikToks, like makeup ones. I'm about to do a Spirit Halloween haul, so if you want to see that. And I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope to see you there. Mwah. Love you more than life.
Beauty and Brains, singing with the stars. Is it weird? Is it wrong to wanna